like some stain on your name.
Yeah.
And then you go right to cuddle with Celina Powell. Do you want to be the villain? Like,
I didn't really know the power of Celina and like her toxicity. Yeah. I'm just kind of like just talking and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then got caught up in the storm.
I got caught up in the storm, man. I got caught up in the storm. And like I said,
you were being used.
Oh, she got me.
But she used you.
She won.
She used you.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. People think that I am dating her. I'm not. People think that I piped. I didn't. In terms of what I actually did, I did a couple TikToks, bro. Like,
what did you think about your mom's message?
The conversation that we had was way more raw than this. Like, this wasn't really nothing to me. Like, I already kind of had
this is PC. This is like,
yeah, it's PG. Black women have been kicking my back in, but black women hold me accountable, and I appreciate black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the issues that people have with me, and like I said, I gotta move better. Like, my mom came at me, she pretty much said like, yo, Clay, like, what are you doing? You're a brand. You have to move better. You can't be associating yourself with certain people. And I 100% get that. And that, bro, this is an L. This is an L.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm good, but I took an L, and I'm gonna move on from this. Before this show, bro, like, if it wasn't Celina Powell, I could have got caught up with another whore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get caught up with whores sometimes, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it happens. Now that I know who she is, it's like, damn, I feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? I feel stupid.
Where you at now with her? Like, are y'all still?
Nah,
cool?
I unfollowed her and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's clip.
You had.
Well, listen, hey guys, look, can I be honest with you? I know where Clay is, okay, because I was there not long ago. He's in Egypt, okay? He's in Egypt, and he is in the wilderness. He is enjoying the power that he now wields. This is what he wanted. This is what he's always wanted: the clout, and not necessarily the clout just to be on the face of TV, but the clout in sense of the women want him and worship him. And actually, I'll do a part 2 of this where we can break down the video with Rory and Mal. I actually went to watch part of it. And it's quite interesting because he actually mentions that. And I was like, oh, snap. So that he enjoys the women aren't being after him, which I understand because he's wounded. And this is what I said before. He is so wounded. And I was there myself. So I know when you're so wounded, you're looking for power where you are powerless. And sometimes the powerlessness is maybe in the field of women. You know, people were annoyed at the fact that he got caught up with a known toxic woman or whatever, right? But the reality was, it was just an indication of where his mentality was. You know, you couldn't tell me nothing a few years ago. Honestly, like 2-3 years ago, you couldn't tell me nothing. People were telling me, Christians were telling me, and I said, I don't care. I'm in that space. I don't care what you're gonna say. I'm gonna be here. Because my mind had already been made up. And it's very similar to what we see with King David in 2 Samuel 11, because it said, it came to pass after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the king of Ammon, the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. David should have been at war, but instead he was looking at the majesty of what he had done and what he had accomplished. He was looking at the goodness of what he had done, and then end up seeing Bathsheba. But nobody could tell him nothing when he wanted to go from Bathsheba. He was in that space. He finally realized that he had all the power at his hand, at his disposal, and he can do whatever he wants with it. Now, here's my thing. The problem I have with Clay, which is very different to King David, is that he's not accountable. Bro, listen, if you got caught with a whore, just say you got caught. Just, hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Like you just said at the very end, I got caught with a whore. It is what it is. I got caught with a whore. You know what I mean? Like, look, hey, you ain't never got caught with a whore before? I got caught with a whore. You know what I mean? I enjoyed myself. It was fun. But you know what? I have to take accountability. I was stupid. I was naive. I didn't realize he did say a little bit of this as well. I didn't realize she was this naive, this toxic, and what she said about my mom, I'm not with it. Because I don't know if you've seen the video yet of her making a video about his mom, right? Okay, so for me personally, I'm like, okay, this ain't it, bro. You allowed this woman was so toxic that it became a situation where she almost called your mom out too. You know what I'm saying to you? I was like, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? And I think he does need to take a bit of time out. If he wants to be in a healthy relationship, I think he needs to take a time out. I don't think he wants to be in a healthy relationship. And I think that's the key point. He doesn't want to be in a healthy relationship. He wants to have sex. When I listened to a bit of the Rory and Mal video, he was talking about him going to Belize and how he enjoyed taking that woman out to Belize and stuff, and how he enjoyed spending time with them. So I don't know if I can actually play it for you guys. Well, see if I can play a bit of that Rory and Mal clip from their channel. But he is not. Listen, there's nothing you can say to him that gonna make him change right now. My only thing is just stop lying. Stop playing women. The women are they will happily sleep with you, Clay. You don't need to lie to them. That's the unaccountability that Adam showed in the Garden of Eden. You don't need to lie to them. Be honest with your truth. Hey, I'm here to smash. Look, can I be honest with you? That was me a couple of years ago. Yeah, I say a couple of years ago. It wasn't long ago. You know what I mean? It wasn't long ago I left Egypt. So like a couple of years has probably been generous. I was honest with myself. I just want to smash. And if I want to smash, I just want to smash. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah. I'm feeling you. I want to love you. I want to care. No. Listen, I may care for you and I may show you affection and care, but I'm trying to smash. I'm trying to smash. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying to you? And it ain't no reason why. Now, of course, we get caught up. Some things happen. We understand that. But the reality of the situation, you just want to smash. Right? So instead of him, lying to these women and getting them all caught up and, getting them into their feelings and getting them to feel some type of thing or, lying to them about what position they have, no point, bro. No point. You know what I'm saying to you? It gets messy and it gets problematic too quickly. This is a bit of a podcast. Listen to this.
It's just a different thing.
That's my toxicity though, bro. I like when women are like
my mom on camera.
in all with me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I like first date vacations sometimes. It may heighten it up. It make it, I don't know. Like
That was the first date?
That was the first time I met her.
Like that first.
When you met in Belize, or y'all at least flew together to Belize, or y'all did separate flights?
Nah, she missed her flight. She missed her flight, and then
Y'all were both flying out of the same city though?
she was flying out of a different city,
LA.
But yeah, we was meeting up with each other and stuff like that. But like I said, I wasn't talking
you
about
really like this blonde shit.
Who?
You love this blonde shit.
Maybe that's your new addiction.
Nah.
You landed in you had never met her at all?
We FaceTime. Yeah.
That's pretty normal these days.
Yeah, it's FaceTime. But Rory, I don't know, bro. Like, I have
wild, and that's something I can never do that.
Rory, most of my relationships,
the first day.
Most of my relationships in my life have been long distance relationships. Though.
Okay.
I haven't had too many relationships with the girls in my city. So like,
But why is that though?
That's something I gotta unpack, bro. I don't know. I think that's something that I've always had. The women that I fell in love with always been women that are not in my city. And
I can tell you why a lot of the women are they were long distance, because it's about the proximity and the fact that he's avoidant when it comes to emotions. He doesn't do well with processing his emotions very well. So having somebody in the same city, I realized that a lot of my relationships, I don't say a lot of them, but towards the end, I think last few years, I saw that it was becoming more long distance. I didn't mind it. And it's because I started to love my individuality in my own space. But it got to a point, it's because also at the same time, I don't like being dragged out with my emotions. So having that space physically means I don't have to see you too often. I can see you once every month or once every 2 weeks. And that's okay with me. Or you can come and spend 2 or 3 days at my house, and then after that you can go again, right? And it's because I was never comfortable with being in the space of an individual person who I cared about for too long. It's too vulnerable, it's too intense, it's too emotional. And when I say by too emotional, meaning I feel too many emotions and it becomes overwhelming. I cannot process the information. I begin to shut down, and then I become very avoidant, and then I want to avoid you. And this is why his relationships are long distance, because it gives him time to repair and it gives him time to self-soothe, because he was emotionally neglected from a child. And so because of the emotional neglect that he received from his father specifically, right, it makes it very difficult to process negative or emotions, or even positive ones. It can be very difficult because sometimes you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm so elated, but how long will this last for? So, and when you're in a relationship, you can't go anywhere else. You're in a relationship with somebody who's monogamous. You can't go if somebody's frustrated you in a relationship, you can't be like, let me go and supplicate with somebody else. You can do that when you're single. Can't do that when you're in a relationship. So a lot of times so the long distance helps to kind of reset his mindset, reset how he feels. It gives him time to go and process the information, like a day or two. He'll be in his own house or whatever. He'll process it and self-soothe, because he's never had a place safe enough to be able to actually voice out how he feels. Remember, he couldn't tell his mom certain things. So it was no longer a safe space. Not that his mom did anything, but it was no longer a safe space because he was keeping secrets for his dad. Right? So we can break him down a bit more later on, but I just want to point that out. If you're somebody that does a lot of long distance relationships, there's a reason why. You're doing those long distance relationships because it gives you an opportunity to reset yourself. I'm an avoidant, so I know, right? Anxious people tend to want to be in closer relationships because they tend to lean in. Avoidants love a long distance relationship. It gives us time to reset. Gives me time to be alone. Gives me time to think about my day and what's going on with me, right? So we'll break him down a little bit later on. But the reality is, I need him to be accountable. Okay, Celina ain't used you. You use each other. Okay, be honest with yourself. Okay, you were gonna do TikToks. You used each other. She just beat you to the punch. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Still locked, still loaded. And listen, if you need some coaching on this kind of subject, maybe you're going through a long distance relationship, maybe you're always in a long distance relationship, man or woman, reach out to me. My diary's open, but it is booked until June. So please reach out to me. Get a hold of me, because we want to be able to help you guys with some, your healing journey and healing process. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate y'all.